That. So even in this Dulwa, Vinaya, when it is said that if you are really, keeping the Vinaya vows in a proper way, even if in this life you cannot attain any kind of stages of realization, even this stream enterer, then next life, you sometimes immediately or certainly, you get a very high realization and, the seeing stage and things like that. Just because of that power. And this is clear from the Shariputra's life story. Like Shariputra, by next life, just by listening to one word of teaching, you become, you attain the seeing stage. This is what happened to the Shariputra. So this is said to be the power of observing the Vinaya, like Shila. And in the same way, in the Tantras also, it is said that if you really keep the Samayas, then even if you didn't practice much, even if you didn't meditate that much in this life, in about 8 to 16 lifetimes, after that you kind of almost naturally get the seeing stage or get the realization. So therefore, what you have promised to keep, what you have committed to do, not to get, not to give that up is very important. And if we kind of say that we are going to do this or that, and then if you break this promise or break this vow, even in this life, it creates a difficult situation. It's not something nice or feeling free. So therefore, it's very important to keep the vows and samayas. And although sometimes, of course, we might disturb that, we must break some of the vows or samayas, but then we need to purify that. We need to kind of bring it back. So we should not kind of overlook that. We should not take it lightly or unimportant. We should take it very, very seriously, very importantly, and then that is the very important thing. So generally, all practices is for the practice of Vajrasattva is for all kind of negative deeds, purification of all negative deeds and obscurations. But Vajrasattva practice is supposed to be especially strong, especially effective for breaking the vows and breaking the samayas. So therefore, it's very important. Now, when some people say, some people give more importance, for instance, on how to meditate, what's the color of the, Vajrasattva, they say, and where is the hands and what they hold, and all this kind of, how to visualize Vajrasattva, they give more emphasis and they kind of more interested. But that's actually not the point. The point of Vajrasattva practice or the purification practice is this last two things, mainly the repentance or the reversion of the negative deeds and making a commitment not to commit it again. And when that is there, then the purification really happens. But if that's not there, if these four powers are not there, then it is not true purification practice. Although in Vajrayana, the visualization is also important. The visualization is the good part of it. But, it's very, very important to have these four powers together to make it a true practice of purification.
답하지 진진대마도 구루 요가 체하게 두주민도.
Maybe that is all and there is no time for Guru Yoga.
I'm sorry. Actually, I don't know. What? Please or cheese, something. Okay. Okay. Very good. Stop. Stop so hard. 라면에 줘 들리네요. 주변인께서 라면에 주냐면 시두상에야 잠도 심게베 심규 최단 전이야 집에 심규 가지고 소수 잠니지 계획이 있어서 잠니지도 파스대샤 소수는 주대샤 잠니지 드레마 이미 제제 근데 잠니지 소수는 안 심도 버려 지다 뒤모래 밖에 버려 제제 다들 심규 최단 심규 되는 잡아셔.
And it's same with Guru Yoga also. You start with.
I'm forget more. The 가자디 그 사야디 도슨 건데가 사야데 뭐다 나르는 데 얘기 잡아 호라치 이 조다 온 베저사동 사야데 고 사하시지마도 사고 사용원에 징하지 근데 장가되니 다 수유는 시절은 몸질도야 돼 미세게 요만다 바지들 바지 사도면로 근데 차차야데 디지강에를 비유인상 동지 사는 측면으로 장가되다 타네요 융탈래 동지 사는 융탈래 동지도 고로 이미네야 디지털 측면으로 이미네야 신다되게 대상으로 그 먼저 신다 숨보디 그래서 우마라자 샤면 게 교화스게 다야만다 예 아성으로 교다.
So, the Vajrasattva, when you do the Vajrasattva, the main mantra that you recite or that you accumulate is the long one, 100-syllable mantra. And then at the end, you can do a few times the 6-syllable mantra, Vajrasattva.
Om Vajrasattva, this one.
This you can do a few times, but the main recitation is the long one. Usually we do 100,000 times. And then when you do the prostration, it seems that prostration is very difficult for some Westerners. So therefore, I think at least 1,000 you can do. And the others, other parts of the Hindu, I have not made any changes. So that exists as it is in the traditional one.
이나야 문지 정해요나 거수요. 차대.
But if you want
이제 기랑 그 동다지 제어를 해서 보면다. 내가 뒤주시다면도 드림시한 좀.
I welcome if you can do 100,000 prostrations also. When I say you do 1,000, I'm not saying that you must do only 1,000. I said that if you cannot do more than that, then that's it.
Don't excuse. Excuse matches.
Don't excuse.
Oh, same. Okay. Okay. 라면은 주 치두잖아. 다 되냐. 튜모 이베 라면은 주 니스야. 다데 튜모게 라면은 주. 튜모 이베 라면은 주. 나를 주로로 서베 걸리야. 수용돼 알아. 데데 거스 봐봐 말해. 튜모게 라면은 주데 또 시작죠.
So there is two Guru Yogas. One is the common Guru Yoga, and one is kind of uncommon one. The uncommon Guru Yoga is what comes in the 6 yogas of Naropa, and that's not the time for here. So what we do here is the common Guru Yoga.
지단다 상아 닝보암 상아가 냉가로 저어데 상아데 녀람으로 차리요래 주 녀람으로 녀람이 메도 냉가로 저어도 화도도 요래서나 무구되래야 도대요래서
You know, the Vajrayana is a very kind of shortcut practice, quick practice, and the main kind of essence, the point about that shortcut is the devotion.
다대야지 라마대야 가수에다 지단기 라마디 상계라 수업에야 카마주로세 라마코라라 가수에지 미수수에 되다라 고메네 고메이 고메야 고냠네 차비네 냠네 뉴어 사버데 논디요 이메 뒤주 지 트레디셔널들이야 조다 라마디 도시상경 원어바 파게체 한국아도 마차로 지금 인상 검들이야 규모 먼저 가라다 그지들이 치래 이 도시상 원어바 게체
Generally, sometimes it is said that when the Lama, you know, when you visualize the Lama, when you meditate the Lama, meditate the Lama as the Lama is now in his living kind of form, without turning into Buddha or something else. That sometimes is said to be more effective. But here, as the general Guru Yoga, we visualize the Lama as Vajradhara, Durjichang.
대가서서는 아주디 상아리아 즉 탐에가 나와 라마리아 탐에가 누시미 상계 누시게하로 된제셔입니다. 가족이야라 눈이로 단도나지 리구이 캬다로 된제질 누시자.
It must be that it is that in the Vajrayana, you know, why we visualize the Lama as the Vajradhara is because we don't see the Lama as something very ordinary, like an ordinary human being, but as a Buddha. So therefore, you know, we see it as Vajradhara.
오늘의 뉴스다 통마르랑이 이당불라 가야로리야 매바시 인디나네 여조다 윤도다 감사나로리아 이당불라 조 도시 방문 냠리시 아래 제가 도시 방면 꼴이야 봐 세세 세단디데 된대야고 거래 친지 상하로지 제가 니디 친지 상하지 나도 수주 서만 다든지 안에 도시 방면 꼴을 봐 세다 되네 뒤가 안에 아니다 라마 도시상 랑 지위 된기딘 라마 도시상 랑이 담길라서 지위 된 라마 도시상도 수요 매 치리도 좀 봤어요.
So according to the Vajrayana, we kind of try to transform our ordinary way of saying things. So you also visualize yourself as the Idam to begin with. And although you can visualize as any Idam, here basically the Kaju lineage,
Kama
Kamsang lineage, usually the common Idam is Dorje Pamo, the Vajra Yogini. So therefore,
Yogini marda. Yogini doesn't 좀
Vajra Varahi. So therefore, you visualize yourself as Vajra Varahi, and it is also very important to visualize the right way of visualizing the Vajra Varahi, and that is to visualize it as the union of emptiness and appearance. Together, at the same time, emptiness and appearance.
하나는 뜻이 뭐지 거야? 드리지 구거래 뒤창고
The main thing is
지는 오베 다대샤는 누아가 하래
the wisdom and the skillful means has to go together as one thing. If that is not there, the wisdom and compassion becomes separated, and then it doesn't have that much effect. And then, on top of you.
Oh, sorry.
Then on top of your head, you visualize the Lama as Vajradhara.
Okay.
Then you do the 7th branch practice.
For the Lama.
For the Lama, offering of the 7th branch practice to the Lama.
탑시 샘지기 강이야. 거신상만은 그주만은 거지 시비 있어서다. 간다 가야 메네체네다. 간다랑에야劝디 탐체베. 정신이 뭐고 동반인데 봐. 지삼바시다. 동반이는 고아치는这个 동반이래도 상대 이제 고아로지. 배무슨도 또 말하되 이민다. 고아로 니에 근데 삼로디 대여체. 대야 로신식이 근데 삼바디 하이 남발이야. 곰 강주를 공부를 체동 안에 삼단다 이 주송삼 주송삼 연주사네 진짜 샘디 돈이도베 년을 지단 그 돈이도베 로이발이야 남바디 하이 남바 샤 연주산 그 레가를 때 샘디 레가 니체 지디는 하이 남바 샤래 지디는 그 돈이도베 내버려주시다 요래 예주서 그 레가 니치가 이미 이제 찔이야 샘 찔이야 특식이 내가 니가 참 그래서 시럽지지 않다 동무삼모 동문 탑지지 않고 가서다지 디두람제 가서 디두기 지 가서 다 상계기 신화가 남바로 되게 샤린 거 근데 뉴스안에 로직이 탑시 이게 된식이 된 상바 인상 안 탑시 순주스게 와래 디기 가르치고 그래서나 탑시지기가 가서다 수수기 군이가 좀 그렇지 지금 너의 내가리야 퍼센티브의 내가리야 지단기 수수기군이거든 지타고 뭐의 메시지 좀 순화를 주세요 대 이미네야디 디 주야고 중뭐의 메시지 무슨 소리 근데 상아 나는 세버지제 탑의 실험 니가 되면 샘직에서 말 로직이야 탑의 실험 니가 차요 송비 인상 디준선에 된 레스 디준선 디가 하는 거 팔이야 게 디준선 할 게를 저는 동의기 예바로 지다 에너지 세나로 때문에 주고 대직체 에너지 아니 대대 전주쌤 예바고 그래 되는 디젤이야 아니 라마 야 지게 윤주사는 같이 가서야지 세나디 다문에는 세나디 이담 라 세나다 가제니가 된 거기로 이내 자외라마리아 도시상 아니 지구를 예배거리야 그 세나디 때문마도 가제디 슈슈 당오면서 this should be so that Korea Sena the Yoche in a Magedi Dani High Magedi these one Shushun Tanamado Nata Warai Chasa and Diganti the end of society Tiga Maderis. And the Duzane and Magedima Shuchonta Sena the Devoche which has a mental and that is Yana Devoche and Tizelia Dada subject and the Tangido Lamalea Kushi the need of mene on a Kushi the need. 가서 등 구시 등일을 뭐래야 때네 소저들
So when you in the Vajrayana when you visualize Yidam or the deity, the first thing is that it has to have the union of wisdom and skillful means, and that is that first you have to understand, you have to see that all the Dharma, all the phenomena is emptiness, and you have to really, even if you don't have the total realization of it, you have a certain understanding, deep understanding.
Think.
You think that everything is emptiness. And then that, which thinks that this is the emptiness, that itself.
Things are the angle to rare some of my
because of the reasons.
Some reason.
Because of the right way of reasoning, your kind of concept or your understanding that everything is emptiness, that clarity or that consciousness itself then transforms into the deity. And that understanding or the consciousness of the emptiness itself transforms into the deity. So therefore, the one consciousness does the two things at the same time. It also two activities at the same time. That is the skillful means and the wisdom. The skillful means is that the wisdom is the seeing of the emptiness, nature, and then the skillful means is that itself transforms into the deity or seen as the deity.
Transforms and visualize.
Visualize as the deity. So when you see or visualize the deity, that deity has the qualities of the result of an enlightened being. So therefore, whatever qualities of the enlightened being, whether you are visualizing a peaceful or wrathful deity, so that kind of appears. So therefore, this is something very special in Vajrayana, that in order to these things where I've taught at the time under the Bodhi tree also, I think. But this is very important, that this is the special kind of method or speciality of the Vajrayana practice, that we kind of use the cause or causal method, cause and conditions of the result of the enlightened experience right at the beginning to work on this union of wisdom and compassion. In the Sutrayana level, although we talk about wisdom and compassion, union of wisdom and compassion, inseparable. Now, in the Paramita's vehicle or the Sutrayana vehicle, we talk about the inseparable of wisdom and compassion. This kind of method of using the wisdom and compassion of the result, or the causes that would directly experience the result, this kind of thing is not elaborated. There's kind of wisdom and compassion both appearing on one consciousness. So therefore, that both the experience of the appearance of the deity as well as the emptiness has to come together, has to be there. Of course, then bodhicitta is something very much necessary. Bodhicitta has to be there too. Now, with this, you have generated the idam, yourself as the jidam, with the clarity and with the kind of the pride of the deity. Then you visualize the Vajradhara on top of your head. And there, maybe, at that time, the pride of the deity becomes little less, but the clarity becomes still there and very clear. So this is, and then you do the 7-branch practice towards the Lama and see the Lama as the 4 kayas or embodiment of the 4 kayas, and then you make a very strong prayer, or a very prayer with lots of complete devotion.
안다나신지 죽음원이야, 부승원이야, 다 저는 맞아요. 다 지난 라마레에 간다고 쭉 두유인데 간지지면에 차시지마도 매비네. 가리나 봐. 셈네. 전세 삼제라. 일에 지한다 봐. 선대전에 아주 삼성 얘는 90만 거로 90 연된 거라 하마고네. 안 라마라 선대 소한 뒤풍 되버지. 풍 되버지. 리용디도 진짜 뭐 임비션 단도나고 라메 연된 랑가지마도 마통이 있는 대배 일을 지한 선대적으로 선대들이 잡아라 되는 라마라도게. 라마라도 예배네 구수 구인내서는 어서 까마티서 주장은 내서는 뭐 아니베 가사디 무슨 일지마다 와시도 사로 되게 상만으로 다 매번 잡으랬어. 나는 뒤주민도 도시다 노예 당으로다. 다 뒤주시다 말에 지기 아 도시 도레리신 라바테하면 도유 계스다.
So then you know you see the Lama as the four kayas, but you know it's not, if you don't know how to see the four kayas very well, then you see any kind of positive qualities you understand, you see in the Lama, you just see that. Whatever, even little bit of positive qualities you can think about, you remember that.
Much,
you remind yourself of that, you concentrate on that, and then make the prayers. And prayers very strongly, so that you feel that the Lama becomes really delighted.
Your heart, yeah.
Pray from your heart, then you feel the Lama is delighted, and then from the Lama's 4 points, three centers, the lights, the three lights come and enter into three centers. And now we have to stop because there's not much time, and then I have to give the stones. If you don't have much time, then I have to throw stones at you.
나 주된 시나 안다리데 캬츠 안된 좀도 시작하죠. 아니 그 기업 네 뭐좀 주잖아요. 자주 또 스페셜 시작하죠.
So I'm very happy that you could all come and we could meet here, and I know that you have come from 56 different countries. I'm very happy.
아니 다리사 자주 좀 상보자자 중요하잖아요. 이번에 아주네 염돈 좀 투제 쇼문디. 예 망보셔야 되는데 아주 투제 쇼 뭐셔야 돼. 나랑 왜는디 가수에 야가를 통도 없어.
We couldn't make I couldn't make very good preparation, but we could all come here and meet. For me, I see that it's what I'm saying, what I give talks and teaching is not so important. The more important is that we could see each other, we could meet, and we could be in the same place. That is very important for me.
아니